Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. KB Fantasy Sports back at it again, this time with some more NBA action. Tomorrow night, Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder up 3-1, so we're going to find out if the Thunder win and go to the NBA Finals, or if the Timberwolves can win and extend this series to Game 6. We don't have to wait until tomorrow. We're going to simulate this game right now. Here we go. All right, here you go. And as you all know, this is our official Microsoft Excel spreadsheet scoreboard. And right next door, change the colors up just a little bit. This is our official dice rolling app we will be using. If you like the video, click that like button. Also, don't forget to click the subscribe button if you like videos such as this. We do all kinds of crazy shenanigans, simulating baseball, basketball, football, even hockey. Yep, finally got hockey into the next few videos again. But anyway, if you want to know how we simulate the basketball games for Dice Basketball, just leave me a question in the comments. I'll be more than happy to get right back at you. But nonetheless, zooming back in, it's almost tip-off. Let's get this thing started. All right, so the Timberwolves are the visitors. They will roll first, and they get a 9. Oklahoma City Thunder get 8. All right, 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Minnesota up 9-8. All right, back to the Timberwolves. They roll a 4. And the Thunder, that's a huge double. That's a 10. They get a bonus roll of 6 more for 16. All right, just like that, the Oklahoma City Thunder have jumped out to a 24-13 lead halfway through the first quarter. There we go. Back to Minnesota. They get a 9, and the Thunder get 5. All right, 3 minutes left to go in the first. The Thunder still up by 7. Last roll of the first quarter for the Timberwolves. They get a 7. Oklahoma City Thunder get 4. All right, into the first quarter, the Thunder have a 33-29 lead. Also, I forgot to mention, at the end of the game with 3 minutes left, if the game is close enough, similar to what we did with the Pacers and the Knicks, I will slow the game down to possession by possession if needed. So here we go with the second quarter. All right, starting off the second quarter for the Timberwolves. That's a 10. That's a huge double. Bonus roll of 6 for 16. Thunder's turn. They get 4. And just like that, the Timberwolves have returned the favor with a huge run of their own. They go up by 8 with 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter. All right, here we go. Back to Minnesota. They get 6. Oklahoma City Thunder get 11. All right, halfway through the second, the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 51-48 lead. All right, back to Minnesota. They get 4. Oklahoma City Thunder get 5. All right, Minnesota still with a 2-point lead. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. All right, last roll of the second quarter for the Timberwolves. They get 5, and the Oklahoma City Thunder get 8. All right, Oklahoma City Thunder 61, Minnesota Timberwolves 60 at halftime. Let's see what the second half has to offer. All right, starting off the second half for the Timberwolves, still anyone's game. Minnesota with 4, Oklahoma City with 9. All right, the Thunder increase their lead to 6. 9 minutes left to go in the third. Go back to the Timberwolves. They roll a 5, and the Thunder get 7. All right, 6 minutes left to go in the third. The Thunder up by 8, trying to punch their tickets to the NBA Finals. Here we go back to Minnesota. They get 5. Oklahoma City Thunder with 8. All right, the Thunder increased their lead to 11 with 3 minutes left to go in the third. Back to Minnesota, final roll of the third quarter. They get 5. The Oklahoma City Thunder get 8 again. All right, here we go. Going into the fourth quarter, Oklahoma City 93, Minnesota 79. The Timberwolves fighting for their playoff lives. Let's see if they can come back. All right, here we go. Back to the Timberwolves. They get an 8. That's a double. They get a bonus roll. 4 more for 12. Oklahoma City with 7. 9 minutes left to go in the fourth. The Oklahoma City Thunder now only lead by 9. Right back to Minnesota. They get 7. Oklahoma City Thunder also with 7. All right, we are 6 minutes away from the Thunder going to the NBA Finals, unless the Timberwolves have anything to say about it. All right, here we go. Minnesota with 6. The Oklahoma City Thunder with 10. All right, Minnesota in a dire situation, down by 13. Only 3 minutes left to go until they are eliminated from the playoffs. That third quarter has come back to haunt them. All right, here we go. Last roll of the fourth quarter for the Timberwolves. They need a miracle at this point. And they get a 7. That's not going to be enough. The Thunder also with 7. All right, there you have it. The Oklahoma City Thunder have defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves 124-111. A poor performance in the third quarter comes back to haunt the Timberwolves as they lose by the same amount of points. All right, there you have it. We have simulated Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. One day early, and the Thunder have defeated the Timberwolves 124-111. The Timberwolves go back home for the postseason. The Thunder punch their ticket to the NBA Finals. All right, everyone, what an incredible game until the end, but the Thunder just had a little bit too much and they pulled away. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in for KB Fantasy Sports. Like, subscribe, throw me some comments, and we will see you again in the next video.